Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound Daily. Today is the solo daily for January 3rd, and today we are going to be playing Clairvoyant, going from Radiant Market into Proving Grounds. And then up against Cinder, we have Taste the Rainbow, I believe it's called. No, that's not right. Stonks Market. We call it Stonks Market here. When a Vestige Extractor or Harvester is used, increase a random equip set by 1, decrease another one by 1. Very spicy, but not like that's relatively okay, I would say. Last time we had this, it absolutely like murdered our build. But I'm more concerned about the next two mods. We have Paper Tigers. Enemies deal plus 100% damage and take plus 50% damage. Enemies taking plus 50% damage is kind of nice, especially on Clairvoyant. Has one of the worst damage per turns in the entire game. And so being able to last hit things a little bit easier is definitely appreciated. Except on top of that, we've got Unwillful. So we lose 2 Will Reserve and then gain plus 100 Omni damage. That's absolutely terrible. Obviously, we appreciate having triple damage, essentially. But the problem is that Clairvoyant is already a class that needs a lot of will, or you're at the mercy of enemy positioning. Like, we could technically pick up the orb, move the orb, and then Spirit Bomb every single turn, but Spirit Bomb's base damage is like 100? It's really not good. But at least its AoE could potentially clear some stuff. But 300 damage to everything around us every turn is not good enough. So we're really going to have to rely on our drafted bindings or getting good Augs or vestiges or stuff like that. And we can't rely on our sets because, well, that's going to be completely random. So I guess we're going to see how this goes. I expect to take a lot of damage, maybe even... Oh, passkey to the future. I was actually going to say that I would like to have Smoke Bomb here. So, appreciating that. Alright. Voice of Fortunes might be the answer just to get us more will. Like, 1 out of every 3 turns, we're going to have a normal amount of will, air quotes. We'd still be 1 short, but it's about as good as it's going to get. What do we got over here? These really don't help us. Do I re-roll these? I think so. Guess I'll take Psionic Sapping Spirit Bomb. That might make every other turn like we are able to do the Super Spirit Bomb for double the damage. It would still only end up being something like what would it be? It would be 200, 400, 600 damage. Not really enough, but it's something. Do we take Voices of Fortune, or do we try... See, the plus magic power doesn't feel that good because we already have 100 ability power. Or Omni damage, my apologies. So, increasing that by another 15% or even 25% isn't that big of a jump. And I don't think that it meets any breakpoints that are actually going to be meaningful to us. I think, honestly, we just try and find will. And in the whites, that's pretty much Voice of Fortunes. We might be able to up tier, get something like Shadow Book, which would help us turn 1 only. We can go ahead and take that. And I would like more vaults. I'm going to try and be as central as possible and hope that enemies come around to surround me. We're really at the mercy of whatever it is that enemies want to do. and we already don't have enough damage here in order to one-shot these guys. If we were to get another 25% damage off of something like... God, I can't remember right now what it is. The negative movement plus 25 magic damage. Anyways, even that wouldn't have helped us here, because we're only dealing 201 damage. So then that would go up to... Come on, I can math. It would be 225 is what that would be at. And then, of course, that would be multiplied by 1.5. So then that would be another 11. We'd still be just short of killing these slashers here. Can I hit both of you guys with this? That helps. Okay, we're going to be fine. Barely. Outlawed Works. That's the one I was going to talk about. On defeating an enemy, 25% chance to gain 1 will. I think we kind of need that. Scattered samples could also get us out of this. These aren't quite what I'm looking for, but we'll go ahead and we'll grab Grasp. And I think... Can the Sea Breach actually help me? Kinda? I don't think really. I think we're going after this Binding Empowerment. And at this Binding Empowerment, I would like to see negative cooldown. Inflict +1 stack of marked. That's quite an up tier. Did nothing for me though. I guess it's good for bossing. Are we going to be able to grasp something and then also hit it twice in a turn though? Grasp, Pulse, Spirit Bomb, maybe? Not too sure about that. Increasing the range of Psychic Pulse might be a great idea. I think we're going to go ahead and go with that. And then I would actually appreciate taking a big Quilling Cache. Normally I would go for that Aug, but since we have a turn-in down here for a blue Aug, I would definitely prefer to do that. Thanks for spawning their enemies. Real cool of you. Okay, Sea Trickle doing some things. I'm going to choose to do something like that. Okay. Like I said before, we need to figure something out because we can't just keep relying on Spirit Bomb. Future Willer giving us +2 will on the first turn might actually work out. Maybe this is an ambusher run in order to solve the will problem. Or this gives us 2 will on the first turn, this gives us 2 will on the second and third turn. Hope that we can beat the boss with that much will. Might have to beat the ticket. And there's Smoke Bomb. Okay. Cultivate's technically like a little good, but Still not feeling it versus Smoke Bomb, especially if we have Passkey to the future alongside Grasp. Reducing that cooldown, air quotes, for free is kind of good. Almost forgot about my augment down here. Prepared, yes please. That's kind of huge for us. It means that we don't have to get bamboozled by enemy spawns. Do I honestly just go for another binding empowerment? Maybe. We'll check out a Sea Breach, I suppose. We got the Doggo. A random rare stat. Nah. Give me increased priority of rewards. Random rare stat could very well just give us like magic power, omni damage, and or physical damage. We really don't want to see those things. We really don't want to see movement, because the more we move, the more that we have to move our orb or our shard globe. We do have prepared telekinesis, which definitely helps a little bit. I just don't think that there's a lot of stuff that's going to be useful to us in the stats, or like we get any of the stats effects right. Oh look, we got plus poison damage. Dope. Some more uncommons. You definitely want to get one negative cooldown on Smoke Bomb and Grasp, so that we can use them every single turn using our orb. I'm upset. Leave that orb for next turn. That gives us the big Spirit Bomb. Not sure that we're gonna need it. We're gonna need it. Alright. I'm not against Steady Tortoise, because Shattered Will, or Will Collector, is still Will. Cloak of the Conspirator is a lot of damage. I also highly respect that. We technically have a Reaver here with Sea Trickle, so the two of them together would give us more crit damage. This guarantees crits on the second, third, whatever turn, and that's very helpful. Although, again, we have Stonk Market, so it could very well just steal our Reaver from us. Steady Tortoise. Level 2 Will Collector. Orbs grants 4 Shattered Will. That means that get another Will every so often. I definitely like it. I just think that Cloak of the Conspirator, so long as we don't get nipped, is significantly better. Bleed is affected by Omni damage, so we could kind of use that for our bossing. Seems like the best thing here. We could technically re-roll for a cooldown reduction. I don't think that that's necessary. Vesticle Shrine. What do we want to liquidate? Is it just Voices of Fortune? Almost guarantees us Will Collector, and then we can hope that every time that we use a extractor or something, it just keeps going back up. Suppose we could also see what's at the shop. It's not a bad idea. I will use that brain tuna, absolutely. Olama's Whetstone. That's kind of juicy. Alongside the Cloak of the Conspirator. Gives us Reaver 3, kind of protects our crit chance. Gives us another ambusher for the future Willer. Yeah, I'll tell you what. That's looking pretty good. Then let's go ahead and re-roll. Yes, I'll take a Sea Trickle. I will take a Sea Trickle, and then I will grind the Sea Trickle. Please don't dog me. Thank you. In fact, it actually gave us a +1 to Reaver, so that's not, like, Reaver 8 isn't that exciting to us, because we don't really have enough actions in order to use it, but at least we get some Ancient Wisdom there. That's pretty good. Okay. Then after this, we just need to remember that we want to come down for a uncommon augment. I want all the greens that I can get. Okay, this is Captor. We want to be towards the center. And then hopefully all these things get close enough around me so that I can just hit them with this. Of course not. We know what game we're playing. I mean, I guess that just, like, freaking kills you. Be nice if he had some plus damage. You know what? Maybe it's a Mercurial here. It's going to be pretty close. Bleed is doing that much. That is beautiful. Thank you. Okay. Get rid of most of them. Pick up this orb that's disappearing. We're going to mark. Going to pulse. Bleed. Throw this out there. You're going to die due to hazard, I believe. We're going to take some damage, but we should be able to finish Captor next turn. Should. There we go. Spirit Sapper isn't bad. How does Psychic Beam work with plus AoE, though? Is it pretty wide? Because I can kind of get behind that. I like it a lot more than relying on Spirit Bomb. We're going to see. What does the wide beam be doing, though? I'll take plus 75 damage on Smoke Bomb. That is also better than Spirit Bomb. Okay, so by eliminating our button 3, which is absolutely terrible, we might be able to make it through this. Do I want to grind anything here? I could see us grinding Voice of Fortunes at this point. Problem is, anytime we grind anything, all of our sets are suspect. And that's kind of troublesome. I don't know if putting Ancient Wisdom on the line is worth it. So we might honestly just like drop this on the floor when we no longer want it. I would be willing to take a couple of ambushers. That would be pretty nice since we have the future willer that pretty much offsets our challenge modifier for 2 turns. You know what? Okay. Then I'll hit you guys with the smoke bomb. How about that? Then let's just get a charge. Yeah. And I kind of want to position myself so that enemies have to come at me. Of course, this guy's going to be a bit of a pain. That's fine. Because we have grasp. Okay. Harmonizing whistle. That's actually pretty freaking good. Another sea trickle. I can get behind that. Harmonizing whistle is CDR. That's pretty good. That allows us to use smoke bomb, grasp, whatever, more often. Especially with telekinesis on prepared. That's a physical skill. We're almost always going to use a magic skill every turn. And so we actually get the psychic beam twice. I think that might actually be better than sea trickle, possibly giving us a second ancient wisdom. Yeah, we'll take harmonizing whistle. It's just too good to pass up. Shielding aura, not really about it. We already can't get aura surge because we have psychic beam, so we're going to go ahead and ignore that. I really don't want to reroll here. So I want to leave a green aug here, which means that I either take shielding aura just to get it off of the plate, or I grab dazed here. I'm going to go ahead and grab dazed. I don't think that it matters that much in the overall scheme of things. Oh, green aug. None of these is cooldown reduction. I think I'm willing to deal with that. Uncommon augment rare augs. Let's go. Just go ahead and eat that. Prepared's pretty good, but it's not CDR. I think we're going to take Harpoon, although we do got a lot of cooldown reduction. We're going to get 1 cooldown reduction due to passkey to the future. Is that in effect yet? It is. So this would actually be a 5 to hit enemies in a wide cone. It's almost good. Like it's cleave at home. It's cleave at home. That costs 1 will. And we're going to be reducing its cooldown a lot more. I still think that it's Harpoon. Like, especially with Ulamas and Cloak of the Conspirator, like, this is a lot of damage. I don't like if you're going to increase the cooldown of the other skills, nothing's going to compare to Harpoon. I'm sorry. Like maybe in multiplayer, having the vacuum seal ability of Net would be sought after, but I don't see the need for it otherwise. We're really not going to use this, but might as well get rid of you so that you can stop. Excuse me? Okay. Debating if I want to like grind this just to get rid of it. I still don't think that that's the case. I don't want to screw with anything we got here. It got rid of our alchemist. So even if I was to liquidate this, we wouldn't get alchemist tier 1. Huh. Okay. Okay, game. Give me some crit chance. That's fine. Uncommon augments, please. Barrier potion. Not as useful as other things we got. So we just got to remember that we got to use one skill here. Okay, you in the back there, you can just get got. Thank you. Frickin' grenadiers, man, I tell you. Let's pick this up. Get you. Zap you. We're looking pretty good here. And then next turn, just remember to use a Mercurial, because reasons. Using a Mercurial will work. I really don't like any of this. And I'm not sure I'm willing to reroll. Because rerolling here means that I pretty much use the rest of my money. So we're just going to walk away. Well, we want our uncommon augment though. Why aren't you rolling cooldown reduction? Stop. We're going up against Cinder. Maybe the sap would be useful. 10 Omni damage is not useful. I think we honestly walk away from this. Kind of sad, really. Binding empowerment, please. Cooldown reduction. Thank you. I appreciate it. What have we got here? If it's cheap, I'll take it. Nope. Okay. Let's make sure we get enough money before we grab this uncommon augment. I would still like to reduce your cooldown. And then I think we're pretty much set for the game. Like, we're probably already set for the game, to be honest. This is Giannis. It doesn't matter where we're at. Okay. Guess I'll zap you. I'll zap you. Pick up an orb. We'll do bonus damage and zap you. Oh, we're really that far off, huh? Darn. Okay. I kind of want to keep it close. And we might as well use it. Alright. Everything's going to come around here. I think I want this about right there. Leave the orb. What are you doing back there? You're not supposed to be doing that. Excuse me, sir. Because we're going to hit you with this first. Hit this. We want you to be marked. Hit you with the super-powered beam. Hit you again for some more bleed. And then just, I don't think that taking that potion's important. We can save that for the final boss. This is turn 4. We have to beat you next turn. Okay. We might have to use that potion, I guess. Aurakinesis is pretty good. Gain an additional psionic charge. Gain a free orb. Free orb is kind of nice, not gonna lie. I think I can work with that. Instead of a cooldown reduction. Well, I mean, the orb is cooldown reduction, but cooler, so guess we'll settle with that. We do not know if we're going to get enough money off of this next fight in order to buy a uncommon augment. So we will not. We kind of filled the slot that we would want a green in anyways, so suppose it's all. Don't give me 12. You piece. All the money, all the problems, I guess. I guess killing you is fine too. Got 2 orbs down for next turn, looking pretty good. I guess we're wasting an orb. I like vocals as bond enhancer. I'm willing to put that over voices of fortunes. There is probably going to be turns where we're going to have spare will. Both Stone Pitch Pipe and Thonalopes is pretty ridiculous here. I kind of want Stone Pitch Pipe. Do we just get rid of scattered samples? Yeah, I kind of think we do. Might as well make the beam deal more damage with its crits. Alright, what do you got for me? Anything good? Nope. Study of Windsong isn't bad. Well, Study of Windsong would also put us in the negative. We don't have the money to buy anything. If we wanted to buy anything, it would have been to re-roll those boxes back there. Whatever. I actually think we're not supposed to go up top versus Cinder. It worked out. So I absolutely need to murder you first, but that's fine. That's why we picked up the thing that we did. You guys are really like that close, huh? That's really unfortunate. It's our life, though. I was trying to do that for cheap. I should have just used a grenade. Let's try and hug you. See if that does anything good for us. Well, the good news is that we should have more than enough will to take care of this. Alright. Alright, let's finish this. Oh. With will to spare. It's a pretty fun run. Got a perfect score. I'm sure a lot of other people are going to have perfect scores. There's a lot of people out there that are much better at clairvoyant than I am. I just think that we got lucky, mainly by not playing the lottery and going to the stonks market. We got a +1 to a relevant set, which was Reaver, and we got a -1 to a set that didn't matter, which was Alchemist. So everything ended up working out in the end. We got all the items that we wanted and all the Augs that we wanted for the most part. Like, again, we technically could have done better with Harpoon, but yeah, plus 100 damage in an orb, very good. -1 cooldown would have been the only thing that I would have wanted to have seen there instead of Dazing Grasp, but what are you going to do, right? We didn't have the money to buy it anyways. Otherwise, yeah, as soon as we got off a Spirit Bomb, everything started feeling better, in my opinion, especially with Harpoon and Smoke Bomb, two of the best skills in the game, in my opinion. I really love Passkey to the future. It's obviously not as good as something like, God, what's the name of it? Uh, Clips of Extraction, because Clips of the Extraction is Passkey of the future to everything. By giving you an extra orb, you just get one cooldown like every turn, which is even better than just reducing your cooldown by one. But it was pretty fun. Hopefully the run was entertaining or at least enjoyable for you guys to watch. If you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, I will catch you guys around.